Hi guys, Minx here. Welcome back to Dangonronpa. Goodbye Despair. Is that a Monokuma doll? The fuck it is.
I knew you could do it.
Anyway, yeah, welcome back. We are gonna investigate the school, I guess, and try and find out what exactly is going on in this weird alternate version, perhaps, of Hope's Peak Academy. I feel like we're in a video game. It's gonna be a twist or some shit. I mean, it looks video gamey, doesn't it? Huh. That's weird. This hallway I walked through to get the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. This Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not going to fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. We're on the 5th floor, right? With the morgue and stuff. And that creepy room. The hallway, there is a strange feeling to it, no? As if invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement. Is it just me? No. This is the classroom where all the horrible shit happened, but we can't go in there. This is the biolab, which has been walled off, okay? It's weird to be back here. It's also weird to have this really weird music playing as well. Weird, weird, weird. Weird, 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 weird. Weird's the only word I can use. All these doors, apart from the dojo, are walled off. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. What's this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Where's the manga with such a suspicious looking title lying in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class. Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at everything that might be a clue to get out of here, no matter what it is. Okay. I picked the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. A government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. This persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent, so decided to implement a new system. The Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts the students, the Reserve Department utilises a general entrance exam. Normal faculty were hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees from the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga. These names are so melodramatic, there's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold
That's
on.
weird. Oh, you're here again. The thing that's weird is you, of course. Why did you forget you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say? Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact you were one of those Reserve Corps students. Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh. You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Though I know anything about that, though. You saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it. When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try and brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve course student. Damn it, what the heck? Okay. I have no idea what's going on, to be honest with you, but still. Being very much, like, shuffled along, aren't we?
What's going
It's horrible,
on?
it's kind of creepy. I can't go to places I should be able to go to. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. Yeah, we knew that already. Anywhere else going to unlock, or are we just going to be stuck? Is it just the dojo I can go to? This definitely looks still walled off to me, and all this green shit everywhere, it's weird. The weird screen tearing effects too are pretty weird. Oh, this classroom. Well, there's a next clue. This is another manga, it's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. Let's see what's in there. If I read this manga, I'll bet a little bit more about the incident. Okay. The story makes heavy use of outdated stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. As the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy occurred at Hope Speak Academy. The key player in the event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. We've never heard that name before, have we? Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope Speak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talents for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students of the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru was known as a symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope Speak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use the incident to their advantage. The student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of the reserve course students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. And that heralded Hope Speak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. Eventually the incident would lead to that horrifying and devastating incident. The incident to be known as the greatest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. With a heavy sigh, I close the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope Speak Academy. I bet we're going to that room. What irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too real for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a gold bar. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it, he was just thinking up something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it meant something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here it said the reserve department students in the reserve department had been uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? It's not possible. There's no way I have no reason to do something like that. Okay. Let's have a look into the incident. Okay, well, this is like fucking putting the shit. Let's keep going. I want exposition, guys. So presumably now the murder room will be open, right? No, it's not. The biolab, however, is open. Oh god, everyone's body's gonna be in here from before? Well, there's a Monokuma hiding under that table. What the hell is this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry and investigate so I can get out of here.
I've been found.
Anyway, this next manga, I guess. Another manga laying around. The title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one will obviously be about the incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was the incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. Here we go, let's read through the manga, shall we? Music changes to something ominous. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most... Oh, fuck's sake, I don't keep saying that. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the reserve corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest. And soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. And the violence and death continued to spread, to shock of their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times, with senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etat began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. I just realised it's coup d'etat, not coup d'etat. I'm a fucking idiot. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organisation, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society use their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favourite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way.
Are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this? Am I? You don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough. What is this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously know such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened? I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible. How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. Oh my god. Just fucking hurry up, please. He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world, so we'll want to stay on the Inn Island. But there's no way I'm going to do that what he wants. There's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps no. That's definitely it. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is the Ultimate Despair Group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus the organisation isn't just one person but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they're actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they're called Ultimates. Then are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use, I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. That was close, I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Probably the murder room, I'm guessing. Murder room? Murder room, you open yet? No, the murder room is not open yet. Presumably that will be last. For now, we have absolutely fuck all. Another classroom, maybe? Yeah, the other classroom opened up, this one. Oh, no manga in here. I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. Jeez. When I went inside this room, the bastard bear was suddenly here. Keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way. So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do that either. Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You are pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here? Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I get bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating Hot Pots. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up, what did you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise, it's about ultimate despair. Huh? Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl with the most powerful, evil, and most feared person alive. A high school girl? Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima? As a former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group. Hold on a sec. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about that. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat. And what was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't make any sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way to do what they did without any purpose.
Hey!
It was Junko Enoshima's despair. Huh? For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie Hajime as a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs who'd been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Enoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god, like a mother providing food to her children, they dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Enoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something they had to do. There's no way something like that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Final days? Junko had the power to change people's values. That is also true of famous people throughout history. What do you mean final days? What happened to the Reserve Department? They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so the 2,357 students of the Reserve Department all committed mass suicide. Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
All students, that one? Yakuza! Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded, huh? Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair, Junko Enoshima. It doesn't scare me at all. I mean, Junko Enoshima's already dead. Huh? Okay. Well, Junko did die at the end of the last game, presumably. Okay, I've got to talk to Fuyuhiko, apparently. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko Enoshima is already dead?
Huh?
What, you didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons Killing School Life in their bloody classroom. A bloody classroom, no wait. What was that you said about killing school life? Like, the killings were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
Guess what it was? The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape the academy. For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed school killing life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead. Turns out the killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy, and she took away their memories. That's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's no limit for being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing. Students of Hope's Peak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in a trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. Except Nagito had her fucking hand. Somewhere. And I don't understand why or how or whatever, but he did have her hand. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? If Junko Enoshima's already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble the killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko or making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation. If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Skilling school life? Okay. Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What, do you have a problem with that? Well, I really want you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean, raise the flag? What'll happen if you do that? One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character route. You don't make it any sense again.
Well now.
I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy. I guess somewhere else has probably opened up. I am somewhere else completely now. It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right, there's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Hiya, Kane. Kane's twitching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened? Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. What do you mean? Who? I don't know, it's just my gut after all.
It's just my gut.
But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. Surprising, but her gut might be correct again this time. Okay, this is weird. Right, this is all walled off. The data room's walled off. The headmaster's office, I guess, must be it. Looks like it is. No, everywhere's walled off. What the fuck? Let's double check everywhere. Walled off. Walled off. Walled off. Walled off. Walled off. Walled off. Everywhere's walled off. What the fuck is going on? Oh, no, this one is a music room. I can't even remember what was in this room. I only went in here once, I think, ever in the whole game. Okay! What the fuck is this? Looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. There's like some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in the music room? And it's not just that, the marking engraved in the monument is a symbol of the Future Foundation. Below the symbol there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. Okay. Words are floating in the air. It's like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have to obtain information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Ishima rallying them. In a worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the school killing life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been complete. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy. 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? Then the world isn't normal anymore? Maybe? I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. So, the Future Foundation puts on the island to protect us from the Ultimate Despairs, but the Ultimate Despairs caught up with us, and that's what happened. Guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed, the Future Foundation is on our side at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. Now, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, the destroyed entity must be the Ultimate Despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko and Ishima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found on the ancient ruin was the ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. If there really is a research facility on the island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow, there are still so many mysteries. So, we're gradually piecing stuff together though, guys. Don't know how much of the game's left, but I'm guessing not a lot. Teacher's Lounge is open, guess we'll go in here. This feels different from a classroom. It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now you mention it, it does look like that. More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy going to be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. There are letters floating in the air, like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand the matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best to continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution regarding the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko and Ishima, the fact remains they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy is not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko and Ishima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of the shining future. Immediately eliminated. Does that mean this is in order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If it's as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much an all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Okay. Is that it in here? Oh, apparently there's more in here. There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? List of subjects, and it's our names. There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Hyoko Sonoji is written there. What is this newspaper? That isn't Hyoko. That isn't Hyoko! What is this? It says Miss Hyoko Sonoji. This can't mean the same Hyoko, right? I mean the Hyoko we knew. That isn't her! She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much a defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way I see the resemblance to Hyoko, but her height and figure, it's too different from the Hyoko we knew. What does this mean? Is she despair? Slay looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hyoko Sonoji here. And Hyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first and last name? That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look over it yourself. That's not Hyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister? It's not like I was that close to her or anything. She doesn't have an older sister. Hiyoko is the Sanoji family's only daughter. She doesn't have a sister and a relative. No, there's still too much of a resemblance. That's Hiyoko. Huh? What are you saying? Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for a childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt? What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way we could have she had a growth spurt. Blah, 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 blah. Regardless, all the clues I provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair. Okay, this is really fucking weird. This is really fucking weird. What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then Hiyoko in this newspaper is really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist? Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh. If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did the experiment change Hiyoko's body? What am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If some kind of experiment, it would mean that we also were test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under the list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going
on? It better not have anything to do with time travel. I really hope it doesn't. I fucking hate time travel stories. Anyway, that's everyone that was on the trip, so... Oh, there's still some things that look suspicious. An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched under the placard says... Izuru Kamakura. Founder of Host Week Academy, and this name, Izuru Kamakura. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. That is a mystery, because that was the guy who committed the crimes, right? Okay, with this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime. We shall now go to the next stage. Next stage? What? It'll be changed when we get out, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, we get it. Yep, let's go. I don't recognise this place at all, actually. What the fuck? Oh, this is the library, is it? Yeah, the art room and the library. No. This is the art room and the lab and stuff, and... the rec room, where, Sakura died. There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think of a room like this actually exists inside a school. It's a file with Hope's Academy seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted vigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labour to further our true goal. With our hands, we'll birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word true hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope's Peak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True hope. Huh. Anything else in here? Yep, more. Magazines. Oh yeah, this. Hub-a-dub. Okay, regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact they were unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined they are the same age as the others, so have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue this investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. So we were entrusted to the 5 that survived the first game? That's unusual. It says here they succeeded in acquiring them all and placed them in our care. That means that we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible the Future Foundation set this all up.
What's this?
My, Hajime, if you keep worrying like that, we're gonna get a toothache and collapse. It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway? It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought I made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them. You can do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
No.
Who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all. There's no way that's not important. His true identity connects everything to what's happening right now. Okay. Uh-huh. This is totally weird. I feel ill, actually, of this. Hi, Akane.
It smells...
It's really close, huh? Someone is coming. Okay.
Based...
Well,
So they're allies and enemies. Great.
You.
Wonderful. There's allies and enemies coming to us, guys. Which is, pretty bum. There's nowhere else to go. What the fuck? Blocked off. Pull. I haven't been this way, have I? I don't think I have. This actually make me feel a bit ill, if I'm honest with you guys. Fuck's like everyone's blocked off. What the fuck? Library. Here we go. This must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. Yep, let's go. It's the Future Foundation's 14th Division, Makoto Negi. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What are you doing in a serious act of treason, do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. So Makoto and the others from the first game spared the remnants of despair and took them away from the Future Foundation? Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? The email suggested someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. The email is addressed to Makoto Negi. But he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why is he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? What the fuck is going on? By the way, I forgot about this, but do I still have a pet or are they dead? Oh, she's fine. I'm glad. That's it, right? I guess somewhere else must have opened up somewhere. Pool is still closed off. That's closed off. Where isn't closed off? Down here maybe now? Yep. Oh, this is from a different floor though, right? This is weird. Didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but this looks like a laundry room. Right, let's have a look. What's on here? Tablet computer. Those are the powers on too. Is this the next clue? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo World program. The word Neo World. It seems to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, an Ultimate Neurologist, and Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose research talents were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World program allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world, which presumably is what we're experiencing now. And it's been hacked or something. Additionally, the Neo World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it's possible to undo the trauma sustained in the real world throughout the use of the virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only, and any other use expressly forbidden. Though it's highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. So we're all in the Neo World program. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. I scream loudly as if confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I am starting to accept that there's no way something as crazy as this actually exists. You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character rate. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up. Including me too. I guess... no, this is real, obviously, as we have thought for a while now, but still.
Hiya!
Oh my god. I'm not going to read this out, guys, because I'm not going to read the leet speak. That was disturbing as fuck. Oh my god, I feel ill. This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but...
Well,
Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo effect? Huh? The placebo effect is when your health improves after taking a fake medicine you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite. Which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions, if the brain believes something is real, it will become real. Why would you bring that up all of a sudden?
huh? Oh my.
I am not sure, I do not fully understand. What the heck? Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something like that big would be floating like this. But what in the world is it? At the moment I looked at that object... Oh, hi. Hi. Alter Ego. Welcome to the Neo World program. A person? A floating person is talking to me? Who is it? Was this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk. But what are you? Alter Ego, artificial intelligence program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager, or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing, and because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it, it's that feeling from earlier. This floating feeling like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet on the ground, like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has omitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world as such. Only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is where the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I answer you the question, where is this place? The answer would be, mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on your circumstances. For example, this school you're in. It appears this space is under the virus's control. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words. I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make so much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. The missing sense of reality. All my mysteries, all the truths. They're all just fiction. Is that... Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, could you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope? But the fact that we're here and the fact that you don't have our memories, that's what the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step towards replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it's possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories of any time period you set it to? So Monokuma was right, we did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me too. Booting program on the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, while it's still in experimental stage. I'm sure there was a good reason. But unfortunately I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. Jesus, guys. It really does kill my voice doing this series, so I will kind of be glad when it's done. Are you saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us, but they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Foundation not our ally? I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors. Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the Observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all, but the Observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they seemed the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? As an example, the teacher role creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there is no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed the world where violence should have existed in the first place. The New World program would have promised eternal peace, but just like the outside world has become a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try and stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it's still a portion of my abilities which contain my authority to build the world. It was like it was a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so I wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified as its convenience. She's probably talking about the Monokuma Rock and the Funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. But Ultigro should have been impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means this supposed virus is so smart it surpasses this alter ego? If so, does the virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against another one. That's so freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program? The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility. The only person who could enter that facility is someone who was a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? It's true the virus is powerful and it's completely overwhelmed by it, but I'm still able to defend the essential areas, so it has a limit too. A limit? If I took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and... Okay, even if you're good at you're just a god in the machine, that's enough hints from you. If you're gonna say something more, suppose that you exist between life and death. The death of yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to the defluxation based on the definition of existence that constitutes a relationship. From there, the paradigm change results by being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is cut off forever and blah 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 blah. Everything's exploding. Hey, Jesus Christ. What the heck? What just happened? Is this Nagito? No, it's Makoto, right? It's Makoto's outline? You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Huh. Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe. You can't hear my voice from this side? I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished in that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really wanted to save you right away, but because of the virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But also, it created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that person I need to talk to is right there, I hope. Looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally? It's Makoto, but we don't know. Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're listening to me. But first I should apologise to everyone. I know apologising won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo World program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realising it until it was too late. But it's not just a virus either. I can't say for sure that program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What did he want to save us from? Why would this guy save us? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam, right? You know, 11037. The door to the ancient room was supposed to open after you all finished gathering the hope fragments. From there you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left that 11037 password in place, where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would have raised that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma, so that's what it says, Leon. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that will to you. I've entrusted it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair using that graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there, because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In a worst-case scenario where an observer who's got the role of a teacher goes rogue, I prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence. Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If they use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. What the fuck? Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, we didn't get all the information, obviously. What was that just now? Hey, Hajime, what was that weirdness just now? Nothing, really. I see. Oh well, anyway, that's all the hint you're gonna get. If there's no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in again. Did Monokuma not just notice what happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see. It'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus invasion with all my might so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you. Do your best. Do our best, huh? What we have to do our best at. The mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. What are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. But still, do we need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something tragic as that, wouldn't all that be meaningless too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? I guess that's it, probably. Yeah.
It's time time for the long-awaited graduation exam. Please enter the red door located on the first floor of Hope's Peak Academy. See you soon.
A red door, huh? Just a waste of time thinking about what that all means right now. For now, I need to finish this. I need to focus on that. So guys, next time on Dangonronpa, goodbye despair. It's the graduation exam, or I guess the final class trial. Let's see what happens. Hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.